Alright, it's the 20th of August 2018. I got a starter position on BBOX that I just closed. I'm trying to work with the volume profile. It's a new thing for me. Previously, I just worked with the normal volume, but what I saw was a downtrending pre-market, so that's a sign for me that I want to play it at market open. And I was thinking that I could get a starter where the most volume was traded, and the most volume was traded in this 215 area right here. And I watched it kind of falling apart right here, grinding down, and saw bidders on the bid on BBOX on the level 2. And they kind of disappeared every time that we upticked, so that was a sign for me of a bit of propping. And as it came back up to this 215 area, I tried to get fill at 214, didn't work. Put an order at 211, spiked down this 210 area, 208, waited a few seconds, maybe a minute, and I got filled. But I covered right away as I saw that the bidders are kind of coming back in at this 208 area. So I put an order out for 208. Let me check one more time for 208 and got up right away for 3 penny winner. So really nothing. And just after that, it kind of crashed to this 280 area. But can't do anything about that. Uh, kind of waiting for the big share size for open, because BBOX will announce earnings today, I think, and posted news this morning about a sale of a division, I think. So yeah, I'm kind of watching it for a spike in the morning to this 215 area to short into. Um, and yeah, maybe 215, adding 225, risking off 240. But if we crash down, it's looking bad for the trades today, because otherwise we got SSC. I was a little bit too slow to locate the shares, so couldn't locate any shares this morning. So yeah, can't do nothing about that either. We'll be watching it and trying to locate shares as the day goes along, but BBOX, we're too close to yesterday's close and too far away from the highs of the pre-market for me to enter anywhere in this range. What's going on? I'm back. Nice win this morning on BBOX. As I told you, the stock spiked on quite shitty news, to be honest, because they sold one of their divisions, and that shouldn't be news to spike the stock up 100%, or near 100%. So this morning I was looking at the volume profile that's right here on the bottom chart on the right hand side corner. And most of the shares were traded in this $2 to 10 area, to 15 area this morning, as I looked at the chart. And I got in right here on this push to 11 to 08, as I told you before, crashed back down. So I waited. I didn't want to chase anything this morning, just being patient. I talked with Mia the whole weekend about the special project that we had, and we also noticed that, or I noticed that I wanted to be more picky with my trade, like Mia was the whole past week. And so I put an order out at 205. I just thought that we could get a spike back to not really the 210 area, because I knew, okay, we are down pretty much the whole move that we made pre-market, and buyers will be kind of scared, but shorts won't come in right away, because they also knew that or know that we are down much. So put an order out for 205, spiked up to the 205 area, but only reached 203 the first minutes. Let me show you the minute chart better. So spiked 203 right here, came back down. So at this point I thought, alright, I'm done for the day. Like I can't force trades. If there are no trades for me, I won't take them. It's just FOMO. But I saw it grind up, up, and what I noticed was we had a lot of fake bids. Mia told me that also, he saw that. We had big bids at 185, and as we kind of grinded up a bit, the bids started to not show anymore, so to disappear. So fake bids. Pushed the stock up to 205, but my order was cancelled after this move, so I got in. Show you. 203, I got in, half my share size right here, risking off this 215 area. We crashed down hard on the next candle, and as it tried to spike back up to this 195 area, it couldn't make it. So really a weakness that I just felt a weakness because it couldn't move even 2-3 cents to the upside. So took it short again right here in this push, as it couldn't make it at 194 for the next basically the same position share size as on this move right here. What's going on? It's the next video. We just had morning open, and I traded BBOX one more time. I told you previously that I was shorting it in this area right here at 211 and covered at 208. I didn't want to chase anything this morning because BBOX, let me show you the 5-minute chart, came down a lot this morning, so the shorts were already kind of overextended, yeah, basically we saw shorts covering right here, and longs, the longs were kind of scared because of the move that we made to the downside. So I was kind of hesitant on this one because I knew that the longs were scared and the shorts we're not sure that we would get a move down, at least a hard pull to the downside. So I waited. I put my order out for 205. 205. Why? Because I thought, all right, we won't make a big push up because just the longs are scared, and shorts will try to get in at support and resistance lines. So I knew, all right, we're probably not gonna make it to this 208, but I was hoping for a quick spike over the $2 area, and then a hard pull back down. So right here it reached 203, came back down. I thought, all right, it's gonna be one of these days, the no trade days. But as then came the fake bids. Mia also told me that he saw that pre-market, and not pre-market but at the open. And as we came back up, I put my I had my order at 205 wasn't there anymore because I cancelled it. So I got in 203 on let me see, on this candle right here. Top tick the candle, came back down, tried to bounce but couldn't make it at all, so I added right here on this push, let it consolidate right here, spike back one more time to this VWAP and $2 area, $2 area, came back down hard, came back down, and then what was kind of funny was we had fake bids and fake offers. We had a 50,000 shares order at 197 right here, and Mia saw a offer at $2 for 100,000 shares, and they disappeared. But the same was at 190. 190 held, but every time that we spiked a few pennies, we saw the bids disappear, so fake bids. So at this point, I was pretty confident because I knew, okay, the longs are just really weak. Right now, it's just propping basically. So it came down, broke this old support line, came back down to this 180 area, and I put an order out for 182. And yeah, that's all for now. I got in at an average of 198.5 and got out at 182. So nice, not 20 cents, but near 15. Yeah, 15 pennies. So yeah, can't argue about that. I'm happy about it. And especially in this kind of market, not a lot of things are up, but CVSI, if you're trading OTC, man, it's been a long time since we've seen this kind of move. We had all green days, and now we are up from the $1 area to, or let's say, from the $3 area to the 8 area in 1 week or 2 weeks, and that's kind of crazy. Not the move, the near 300% move. That's kind of typical for our field, but the way it moved up is kind of it scares me, to be honest. I don't want to be part of it, especially because it takes every short out of their position. Like here, we had support, crash back down, and just boom, we got the eyes. So yeah, I'm not gonna be touching that, but I'm confident that Mia will nail it. Yeah, see you in a bit, or later on for a recap of the day this afternoon. Alright, so next market update today. I traded 2 stocks, and one I shouldn't have really been in. I know my edge, and just not that good of a trade. I usually also don't trade the third bounce, but kind of did, but I covered quickly after that. So it got up here. I looked at it from the double top right here, came back down under VWAP and shorted it as it came back to the VWAP area, thinking that we could get a fade. But I then saw that that it was easy to borrow, so shorts are kind of crowded because everybody's shorting and everybody needs to cover. So this move happened, covered right away as we dipped back down to this 2350 area for really tiny loss, so really nothing. Then I traded Cron right here. You can see it now. I'm gonna show you the daily. Nothing special on the daily either, but I was watching at it, and I remembered PTIE, where it formed a space and then shot up. And I saw, if you look to the right here, you'll see that, or you can't see it right now, but I was seeing that the volume was big in this area right here in the 710, and really nothing till 730. So I got in right away as it broke out at 723. Let it spike to the volume area where shorts and longs were trapped in, or more longs were trapped in from previous running days, and covered at 734 before crashing down, and then but it kind of grinded up all this way, but yeah, they didn't play that because a lot of stocks were were breaking out and then failing eventually the last week, so just didn't play that. But this year, this move, it's just a sympathy play. There's no news on Chrome. It's a sympathy play induced by CJC, which is breaking out today of this breakout area, and yeah. So that's it for this. I predicted three things today. The first thing I predicted was that that CVSI would crash down from the 9 area. So we had this move right here, and I thought, alright, everybody is gonna think that we will break 10, so they're gonna be early, and then when it fails, it really will fail. I'm gonna show you the message also. CVSI, just want to type in 9. Here I see two potential things happening: move to 9 to 950 and the backside, or $13 on a parabolic. But if it gets over the $10 mark, there is really no say to what could happen. So right there, $9 area, and then crash down. And I also predicted the bounce that happened. I told right here 1922. I think 525 bounce, but could be wrong. It could be off 15 pennies. So I told that at 122, which is right in this candle in this area right here. We came back down to 520 and bounced from there on a nice $1 per share to nearly $2 per share. So got the top right here and got the dip right here. Didn't trade it because I don't like to play OTCs at all. But still, it's nice to see that my analysis is on point. And I also said regarding SSC that we would get a move to the 350 area today, because everybody thought that we would get down here even more, which I think we will, but I think that it will happen in the future. So not right now, but later in the day, or or tomorrow. So I'm going to show you that I told that. So right here I see SEC at 350, 360 today. I don't know when, but I saw so many of the spikes back before heading lower. So that's my analysis on it. I think we will get over this mark right here, or at least retest this 350 at VWAP, and then eventually come down today or tomorrow. Alright, that's it for now. I'm gonna keep you updated, and yeah, don't think that I will take another trade today, but I'm still watching, and if I see a good opportunity, I'm gonna take it. Alright, I got in CJC at 37.53. So right here in this candle, the thought process was CJC has been the market leader today regarding the cannabis stocks, and has been trending up in the whole afternoon instead of fading. Kind of consolidated in this area between 36.5 and 37.5. So it spiked right here on this move, came back down slowly, not crash-like, and found support at this support, which was resistance the whole afternoon, and as it broke, it became support. And as it spiked over the highest right here, I took it long, had a 13-cent stop, as you can see right here, and my target was the 75 area. So I was looking for, I already exited but I was looking for 25 cents and I had a stop of 13 cents, which makes it a 2-to-1 risk ratio, which is okay and fine with me. But as it's back up, it kind of, the bids disappeared and it crashed back down instantly to this 37.5 area, and I just don't like the choppiness of it. If I'm looking for a breakout, it must be a breakout that is clear. And yeah, so I exited basically for break even as it came back down to retest. But I just don't like the fact that it's not really breaking out. It's trying, failing, trying, failing, trying, and right now it seems like it's failing. Maybe you'll still see the crash back down if it happens on this recording. Let's see if it can break down right now. If not, I'm just gonna cut off the video right here. So I'm also looking at the level 2. I have multiple screens, but that's just the one that I mainly use during the day, so it's also the one that I'm showing you. Alright, it doesn't seem like it wants to break down yet. Also, I'm looking at the 5-minute and it seems like it's holding the previous resistance right here at this 45 area. So it might continue, but I just don't like chop stocks. And if my odds aren't and if the odds aren't in my favor, I'm just not holding it. I don't know why people hold. If the odds are against them or the trade goes against them, but that's just not what I do. Right now, it's maybe happening right now. So you see, I would have exited right now. I would be out just here. It's 37, which we just hit right now, and that's exactly why I exited right now here. That's the drop that I wanted to avoid, and which I also avoided. Just what happens when you don't get a breakout, there is no volume and follow through on the bid side, so the buyers are not getting in, bailing out as they see this action, and that's also why I exited. Nice to see that I get some live action right here during my thought process analysis, so you guys can also, and girls can also understand what I'm going through while I trade and while I'm looking at the charts.